Time for another lockdown 2-minute top tip, and today I thought it would be apt to talk about schools reopening and what I think could be a number of difficult conversations between members of staff and school leaders about coming back into school. I totally get why. This virus, we don't fully understand it. People are going to have safety concerns. I think one of the huge challenges, all people who work in schools, all the wonderful work you're doing, one of the huge challenges you face is that essentially you are key workers who are being asked to go into these environments, and you really might not feel comfortable doing that. Or maybe there are people in your home life who you don't want to forget and neglect. Maybe if you go out, if you bring the virus home, they could be very vulnerable. Sadly, I don't think there's any perfect answer to this. So I'd like to give a bit of advice for all, really. The first piece of advice, or my top tip, is if you are concerned about going back into school and the safety, write down your concerns, but also write down what would reduce them. Help those around you to help you. There will be things that would reduce the level of risk, potentially to a level that feels more comfortable. School leaders, I suggest that you are going to have to make contact with your HR. I'm sure you are already, but understand the employment law guidance for this situation. Even with that, you may want to make decisions around that in consultation with your HR, but understand the employment law lay of the land, because that will help inform you and your team. I realise this is really hard, and I think we're always stronger together. So this is a time for real collaboration between all. And I'm putting almost leaders in one camp and staff in another camp. Of course, that's not the case, because leaders are people as well. This isn't a them and us. Let's not let it become one. Let's work together and find the best solution to support each other, support your children, and support your communities. Remember, I am not HR or legal advice. I'm leadership and management advice, so do make sure you're talking to the right people. I do hope this top tip helps. Thank you for everything you've done and everything you're about to do. Stay safe.